I have managed to shut down 22 Unichem pharmacies here in Aotearoa. I shut down Rainbow's End. So Rainbow's End is a kids' theme fun park, and they had a private vaccination party for our 11 to 5 or 5 to 11-year-olds. So I managed to shut that down within 4 hours. I then went through to the East Coast and I shut down a marae over there that was implementing the vaccine for our children. I also shut down a marae up here in Auckland, and 2 weeks later they were found and publicised for giving out false vaccinations anyway, so they were all shut down. So obviously, apart from me doing all of this, I'm now, as people will know, like yourselves and Rob and Kerry, I'm now gone into hiding as such, with the government chasing me. I've got SIS vehicles following me around the whole entire North Island. I'm having to change my locations every 3 days. After our Zoom meeting last night, I had my motel surrounded by guys at 3 o'clock this morning, knocking on my door wanting to take me for a ride. That's why I was quite staunch, and I am quite staunch when I say something. I don't say it for the heck of it. I know many people in New Zealand, and I know thousands and thousands. I have a massive following and I have a massive support. And when I tell Kerry or inform Rob or Quinton or yourself about a particular person, I'm very, very staunch and honest with that, what I'm trying to pass through to you. Because I know many infiltrators here in New Zealand. I can smell a rat before you see it.
So can I ask you something then? Have you got some of these Antifas that were actually in America then? Have you got Antifa down there?
Yes, we do.
Right. So now we know that they do the political agenda because they do the red flags, which create the problem, and then Jacinta's got a right to bring in her robocops. We all know how that agenda works, right? So it's all a stage and they're just all theatres on it, but they're playing around with your lives and with thuggery. So
obviously they've also because obviously I'm also a co-organiser for the massive protests for our people in our tamariki here in Aotearoa, and I was part of the co-organising team for the protest, the occupation down on Parliament grounds. I did all the paperwork for that occupation for 23 days, and I also issued the New Zealand Police with a trespass order, because we held our jurisdiction within inside Parliament grounds, and under Section 22 and 122 of our Tūtangata Whenua Act, we held that occupation, and obviously the whenua goes back to Ngāti Wai, Ngāti Tama, Ngāti Apa, and obviously it also relates to the marae that's close by. So I made it to mainstream media TV when I served the New Zealand Police at the marae, because they didn't like that, so they had to up and leave within 24 hours, which they did. I then trespassed Scott Guthrie, which is our House of Speaker Representative Trevor Mallard's best friend. He was on Parliament grounds trying to seek intel, so I managed to trespass him effective immediately. So the government are after me very fast, and they're moving in on me very fast. They've shut all my bank accounts down. I'm not on any panel to receive any money. They have bullied me out of my house, so I no longer have a house. They have sent me threatening text messages about my number plates for my vehicles. So they've closed me out of life pretty much. I can't access the doctors. I no longer hold an NHI number.
Well, you know what? Can I tell you what, Jay? I'm sorry. This is the death penalty. This is why I'm going to call for the death penalty on these people in this grand jury, because this is not to happen. This is not how we treat our youngsters like you, mate. And this is why I do what I do. That is fucking disgusting how they've treated you.